Do some riders put way too much emphasis on motorbike specifications when buying a new bike? I recently discussed this topic with my evil twin brother in Canada, Dallas Shannon. Some viewers may remember he looks surprisingly like a Latin American dictator.
And today we are lucky to be traveling with Fidel Castro, the father of the revolution. How goes it, Fidel? The American must die.
Despite his appearance, Dallas is a hardcore capitalist. We have both made ridiculous amounts of money through dodgy videos. A tiny portion of this has been invested in our evil headquarters. Hundreds of staff handle the millions of daily phone calls, emails, and YouTube comments.
Thanks for calling Cross Training Enduro. Your call is not important to us. Our staff are currently gossiping down at the pub. Press 1 if you would like to be put on hold for 50 minutes. Press 2 if you would like to be put on hold for 90 minutes.
So, motorbike specifications. Dallas and I don't quite agree. Here is his viewpoint, then I will summarise mine.
Make no mistake, spec nerds have existed since the dawn of time. In all my years of riding and writing about off-road motorcycles, I have rarely seen a specification sheet that accurately predicts the ride experience. Every bike has thousands of components that come together to create the final product. At best, all you can do is use the specifications to put it loosely in a category on the omnipresent spectrum from trials to Goldwings. I rarely look at the spec sheet prior to riding a bike for the first time. Why would I want to introduce bias before you've even tried it? If you're an experienced enough rider, over a few days, the bike will tell you everything you need to know. Does it feel heavy when you take it off the stand? How does it feel when you swing a leg over the bike? Is it comfortable? Does the suspension sag? When riding, does it ride slowly, very easily, or are you fighting a top-heavy motorcycle? How is the power delivered? Does it like to corner? Do I feel vibrations? Are my hands or my feet getting numb? Do the forks feel soft or harsh? And what's the rear wheel doing when we're riding over aggressive terrain? Does this motorcycle have manners when we pick up the speed? All of these things give you feedback while you ride the bike to help determine what the bike actually is and what the bike actually does well and what it doesn't do well. Using specifications to review motorcycles is like reading and researching an ingredient list before you walk into a restaurant. If you had a friend that did that, we would all think he was insane. Yet for some reason, we accept it when it comes to motorcycle reviews. 756 liquid-cooled 2.4.5 degree inline 2-cylinder 4-stroke with a 270-degree tank, and it's got an 11:1:5 ratio with a valve train rake caster angle at amazing 27 degrees. 27 degrees, can you believe it? But the trail on the Honda is a 4.1 and this one's a 4.4, so which one's better? 4.1 or 4.4? I can't figure it out. So next time you watch a YouTube review where the reviewer arrives at an absolute conclusion based on the specifications of the machine, do yourself a favor, run screaming. These people know nothing about chemistry, and they're most likely leading you astray.
My turn. I agree to some extent. I have been fooled by bike specifications before. Years ago, I fell in love with the KTM 690 before it was released. It had so much power, it was light, surely the suspension would be great. I bought one and hated it. I sold it within 3 months and bought a Husaberg FE 570. The KTM chemistry was completely wrong for me. Ditto for the Cove F450 Rally I rode in Canada recently. All the specifications suggested I would love it, but it was a big disappointment. Again, it was just chemistry. I know plenty of owners who love their 690s or Coves. On the other side, the Honda CRF 300L. Poor maximum horsepower, heavy, not a lot of suspension, but I really enjoyed it for dual sport rides. I suddenly realised why so many adventure riders use small Japanese bikes to ride across the country, or even the world. So yes, I agree with Dallas that bike specs will fail to show the potential chemistry. Lately I have been encouraging viewers to always get test rides when possible. But I do think specifications can provide some rough indications that are useful, if you have some healthy skepticism. I know a lot of manufacturers are very deceptive when it comes to the weights of their bikes. We discussed this at length in one of our videos. So, what about you? Do you pay much attention to bike specs? Have you ever been surprised when you actually rode the bike? Let us know in the comments.